Hi, this is a gentle yoga flow practice. This one in particular is ideal if you're beginning again. A lot of times we fall out of our yoga practice, so this is a little shorter version, but it has all the elements of strength and stretch and balance and everything to get you back into a regular practice. The only prop I recommend is blocks. If you have any yoga blocks, feel free to grab them. We certainly can do this practice without them. And then roll out your yoga mat and we shall begin. We're going to begin standing. So take a moment to settle into mountain pose. That's good, mindful standing posture. Feeling your feet root down, letting the energy move up through your body as you grow taller, right out through the top of the head, shoulders roll back and down. And then we'll move into the palm tree series. This is a wonderful warm up sequence. From here in mountain pose, take an inhale and sweep your arms up, interlocking your fingers at the top, stretching up. And as you exhale, tip over to one side, giving that nice side stretch. Inhale back up center and exhale to the other side. Inhale back up center, and we're going to exhale into a vertical twist, dropping the right hand back, left hand forward, thumbs point up, look to the back thumb, stretching fingertip to fingertip. Inhale, arms back up overhead. Exhale, vertical twist the other way, gazing towards that back thumb. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, open your arms out, shoulder height, flex the wrists, spread the fingers, and then with an inhale, a firm press. With an exhale, release your hands behind your back, interlock your fingers. Inhale, lift up through the heart, draw the shoulder blades together, and with an exhale, hinge forward, relaxing into the posture, letting the arms drop over. And then relax your arms down here. With an inhale, come into a long spine stretch right out to the top of the head. Exhale, release it back in. Big inhale, sweep up, stretch up, reach up, and exhale, release. We're going to do that 2 more times. Sometimes we'll move with the breath. Sometimes we'll be holding through a full breath cycle or a few. Inhale, sweep up, interlock the fingers, stretch up. Exhale into a side stretch. Taking the time to feel what you're doing while you're doing it. Inhale back center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale back center. Exhale into the vertical twist. Look towards the back thumb. Inhale, arms back up overhead. Exhale, vertical twist the other way. Inhale, arms back up overhead. Exhale the arms out, shoulder height, flex the wrists, spread the fingers, and with an inhale, firm press. 2 walls away, creating space throughout that whole line of energy, hands to shoulders. Exhale, hands go behind you, interlock the fingers. Inhale, lift up through the heart, draw the shoulder blades back and down, and with an exhale, hinge forward. Letting the arms drop over your head for as much stretch as you like. And then relax your arms down. With an inhale, come to a halfway lift. Exhale, relax back to a forward fold. Big inhale, sweep up, stretch up. And exhale, release. Hopefully you're already feeling some energies moving, releasing stuck energy. Again, this is a great mind-body practice to begin again if you've been out of your practice. 1 more time with the palm tree series. Inhale, sweep up. Reach up. Exhale, side stretch. Inhale, back center. We're going for about 5 seconds on each breath. Inhale and exhale. So that's enough time to feel what you're doing while you're doing it. Exhale, vertical twist. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist the other way. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, open the arms wide, shoulder height. Firm press, 2 walls away. I could do that a million times and still feel some tension needs to release. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, lift up through the heart, draw the shoulder blades together. Exhale, hinge forward, let the arms drop over. And then relax the arms down. Long spine stretch here. Exhale, release. Big inhale, sweep up, stretch up. And exhale, release. I'm going to move some cats. Next, we're going to go into some gentle flow sun salutation A. So I'm going to turn to the side here. Again, from mountain standing posture and taking that moment to get into that good posture. Inhale, sweep the arms up. We're moving gently with the breath here. Exhale, open the arms wide, swan dive into a forward fold. Inhale into a halfway lift. And exhale, relax back in. Now we're going to pause for a moment and take our time to set up downward facing dog. Walking the feet back, taking time to stretch, lifting up through the tailbone, pressing through the arms. Taking a moment to feel this. You can do any natural movements here, bending knees, pedaling heels. Let's take one more breath in downward dog and then we'll flow again with an inhale into tabletop, because this is the gentle flow, so this is the low flow. Exhale, lower to the floor. Inhale for cobra pose. Giving that spine a nice stretch, drawing the shoulders back right out through the top of the head. Exhale, release it. Inhale to tabletop. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Taking a moment here. Again, pedaling heels, shifting hips, doing anything that helps you release tension and tightness. Giving yourself the time to do that. Back the legs, the hamstrings, they hold a lot of tension and tightness. So they take a moment. And then we're going to do it 2 more times. So inhale into tabletop. Exhale, belly to the floor. Inhale for cobra pose. Exhale, release it. Inhale to tabletop. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Good. Nice deep breath here. And let's go one more. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, belly to the floor. Inhale for cobra. Nice stretch. Lengthen that spine. Exhale, release it. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale back to downward facing dog. And then you're going to walk your feet up to your hands, taking your time, pausing in the forward fold. And when you're ready with an inhale, let that inhale take you up, stretching up and releasing to mountain pose. Now we're going to go into our standing sequences. We have one for strength and one for stretch. We're going to start with the strength-based one. Take a moment in mountain pose to get set up, feeling nice and tall, centered, grounded. And then we're going to take a giant step back with the left leg into a warrior one. Sweeping the arms up overhead, strong, firm, reaching arms. Shoulder blades float to the back side of the body. Outer edge of that back foot is anchored down, and the front knee is right over that ankle. And we want to take a moment to feel this posture, the strength building from the feet to the fingertips in this posture. Nice deep breath, still seeking around that 5 or 6 second inhale, 5 or 6 second exhale. And the breath does get a little shorter when we do more challenging postures like this sequence. From here, we're going into warrior two, spiraling the hips open. That back foot will open to accommodate the hips. Arms drop parallel to the floor, and then they turn the head to gaze out past the fingers on the front hand. Tailbone slightly tucked, knees drawn open, hips are sinking down while the spine stays nice and straight and centered. Feeling what you're doing while you're doing it. Nice open posture of a warrior two. From here, we're going into warrior three. Turning the body, coming up on that back toe, stretching the arms up, reaching fingers to toes. Stretching through the fingertips, through that back leg. Shoulders float up. Again, feel that strength and balance working. And then we're going to step back to a warrior one to get grounded. Stability before movement always. And then hands come down. We'll take a low flow here. Step back to down dog. And then with an inhale to tabletop. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release it. Inhale to tabletop. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Walking the feet up to the hands. Pausing in the standing forward fold. And when you're ready, sweep up, reach up, and release to mountain pose. And we're going to do the same on the other side. Starting in mountain pose, shoulders back and down, spines nice and straight. This time, giant step back with the right leg. Warrior one. Reaching the arms up, getting strong. Shoulders float to the back side of the body. Knees bent, right, working towards that right angle. Outer edge of that back foot's anchored down. The muscles hug the bones, and everything moves center and upward from that strong base, that strong foundation. Deep breath. Giving yourself a couple of breaths here so you can build that strength. Because again, this is the getting back into yoga practice. A little bit of everything, but not too much. Warrior two. Knees drawn open, tailbone tucked, shoulders back and down, head turns. Reaching fingertip to fingertip. Nice deep breath. Shoulders are soft. Lots of space from ear to shoulder here. And then a warrior three, shifting onto that front foot, coming up on the back toe, sweeping up, reaching fingers to toes, stretching, strengthening, balancing. One more breath. And then back to a warrior one to get grounded, feel stable, and to that low flow. Hands come down. Step back to down dog. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, lower down. Inhale for your cobra. Exhale, release it. Inhale to tabletop. And exhale back to down dog. From here, walk your feet to your hands. And then when you're ready to rise, sweep up, stretch up. And back to mountain pose. Next is our deeper stretch standing series. So again, we'll start with stepping the left leg back with right leg forward. Beginning from mountain pose. Here we'll flow through the warrior one and the warrior two. So step back with the left leg into a warrior one. Setting up standing poses, getting grounded. Flow into a warrior two to prepare the hips. Hips are open in triangle posture. Knee draws open. Going into triangle, straighten the front leg. Kick the hips back as you reach the body forward to have a nice long straight spine. Then tip it towards the floor for triangle. Turning your gaze up to the hand reaching up. Unless that bothers your neck, then look downward. And you can always use one of your blocks here on the inside of the foot for some support. It feels very good. I'm going to keep it. Shoulders back and down, reaching. Lots of space across the chest. Lots of open angles in triangle pose. Take some breath and allow yourself to feel energy flowing through all those angles, all those open lines of energy. One more breath. And then we're going into pyramid pose from here. So we're going to bring the top hand down, turn the back toes more forward. Feel free to grab your other block here, placing them on each side of the foot. Back toes turn forward, lengthening through the spine. Tailbone reaches back, top of the head stretches forward. And then if you want a little bit deeper, you can round over that front leg. Feel the four corners of both feet press down. If that back heel is not down, step the foot in a little bit closer to get that groundedness in this pose. And on the front foot, you want to feel the base of the big toe, and you want to keep the knee right aligned with that big toe. You'll roll to the outer side of the front foot when you have tight IT bands, which we're stretching next. Take a moment. Allow your body to release a little bit more in this deeper stretch. And then we're going to go into revolve triangle from here. So from here, the left hand stays down. The right hand sweeps up as you turn the body into revolve triangle. Shoulders are floating to the back side of the body. Long, straight arms. Tailbones reaching back. Spiraling the body real close to that front leg. Hips are still nice and aligned. One more deep breath there. And then unwind. From here, we're going to go to warrior one to exit the pose. So sweep up. Feel nice and grounded and stable. And then hands come down. We step back to downward facing dog. And we'll low flow one time. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, belly down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release it. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. And then walk your feet up to your hands, pausing in a standing forward fold. And when you're ready, let an inhale take you up. Sweeping up and releasing. Same for the other side. Again, starting in warrior. So mountain pose, and then a giant step back, this time with the right leg, so left leg leads. Warrior one. This is how we get established in this sequence. Warrior two, to open the hips, preparing for triangle. Nice, smooth, easy transitions. Straighten the front leg, kick the hips back, reach forward, tip it towards the floor. And then settle in. And again, feel free to grab a block. Nice, deep breath. One more here. Feeling all the lines of energy that are open, stretching, releasing. Then pyramid pose, top hand comes down, reaching, grabbing that second block. Turn your toes back or more forward here. Press through the feet, lift through the legs, tailbone reaches back, top of the head forward. And you can stay just like this. You can get a lot of benefit here, or you can also round in if you want to relax into the pose a little bit more, deepening the stretch. And then next we're going into revolve triangle. So now the right hand stays down and left hand sweeps up. Spiraling, keeping that long spine. Nice deep breath. Lots of stretch on the outside of the leg, the IT band in this warrior revolve triangle. And then top hand comes down. We're going to go to warrior one to stabilize before we move. Hands come down. Step back to downward facing dog. Take a moment, take a breath here. Inhale to tabletop. Exhale, belly down. Inhale for your cobra. Exhale, release it. Inhale to tabletop, and we'll finish out with a downward dog here. And then we're going to drop the knees, and we're going to go into puppy's pose, which puppy's pose is downward dog without the legs. So starting from tabletop, you're going to walk your hands a little farther forward. You're going to lift your tailbone up and let your heart sink to the floor. This is often called heart melting pose. And it's a long spine stretch, deep spine stretch. We'll stay one more breath. And then bring yourself back to a tabletop posture. Next, we're going to go into a locust series. So from here, roll lower down onto your belly. And we'll start out by creating a narrow X. So arms stretch straight out, feet stretch out, but a little bit wider, so you're in a narrow X position. And from here, we'll see if I can do this. You're going to lift your right arm and your left leg, stretching fingers to toes. And then with an exhale, release. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale, release. Inhale, all four corners. And exhale, release. That's one. We're going to do two more. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, release. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale, release. Inhale, all four corners. Exhale, release. One more. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, release. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale, release. Inhale, all four corners. And exhale, release. Make your way to tabletop. And with an inhale here with a flat back, as you exhale, round into cat pose. Back to a flat back. Next is thread the needle. So from here, scoop your right arm underneath your left and roll onto the shoulder and side of the head. Feeling that nice gentle stretch across the upper back and a mid-back gentle twist. Let's stay for one more breath. And then unwind back center. And we're going to flow one cow and cat here. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Back to a flat back. And we'll do the same for the other side. So, hold on. Left arm scoops underneath. Roll down to the side of the head and the shoulder. Now here you want to make sure there's lots of space. You don't want to be squished up. So do make sure you have a nice long spine. And the other hand can just be here to support the posture. Really stay a moment. And then back to a tabletop. With an inhale for cow pose. And exhale for cat pose. Back to a flat back. And we're going to go into camel pose next. Camel pose is a wonderful spine stretch to keep your spine nice and easy movement and healthy posture and alignment. But depending on how much time you spend in that position over devices and things, it can be very challenging. So take your time with it. We're just going to do it for a moment to keep it in your practice. Again, this practice is designed when you're getting back into everything. I mean, it would serve any time, but so be very gentle and mindful with yourself. Hands go to your low back, fingers point up, shoulders roll back and down. You're going to lift up through the heart, draw the shoulder blades together. First, draw the chin back, and then relax the head and neck right out through the top of the head. We don't want to crimp the neck up. We want a long line. One more breath. And then you're slowly going to come back up. And you're going to lower down onto your hips, and we're going to go into a seated series. So starting with Baddha Konasana with bound angle, bring the bottoms of your feet together. Stretch up nice and tall, shoulders back and down. And to enter the pose here, you're going to keep your spine as straight as you can and start to hinge at the hips coming forward. After you get to a nice comfortable edge, feel free to relax the head and neck and turn the gaze downward. Anytime you're in a forward fold, when you relax the head and neck and turn the gaze downward, it relaxes your nervous system. Forward folds are excellent for taking care of your nervous system. But a lot of it is not so much about the stretch, which is good too, but it's that position of the head. It closes out some sensory stimuli and helps the nervous system calm down. If you want to press your elbows into your lower legs to get a little more depth in this, feel free to do that. We'll take one more breath here. And then we're going to slowly come back up. And we're going to take this into a wide angle. So extend the heels out towards the sides. Sitting up again nice and tall. Toes and knees are pointed up. Hands move in front of you and start to ease yourself forward. Again, keeping that long spine as much as you can, but then feel free to relax the head and neck, turning the gaze down. You can also use your block here, propping your body up a bit to keep that straight spine, but relaxing a little bit more through the head and neck. Deep breath. Nice stretch. Anytime you feel that stretch sensation, let that be your cue to take an exhale. Exhale, soften, release that tension that you feel you want to be able to let go. We hold on all the time moving through our busy lives. So take the time, soften it, be patient, be mindful, be kind. No need to rush. And then we're slowly going to come back up. From here, we're going to go into single leg forward fold. So you're going to bring your right leg in and left leg is going to stretch out. Pardon me, little one. Nice tall spine, toes and knees are pointed up. Sweep up, reach up, and then reach out over that straight leg. Relaxing the head and neck again in that forward fold. Feeling the tailbone try to pull backwards as the body extends forward. And then come back up, and we're going to flip this over to an open gate. So right hand reaches behind, fingers point away, left arm stretches up, and with an inhale, you're going to reach up and over, opening the whole front side of the body, and then lower back down. And we're going to do the same on the other side. So the right leg is going to stretch out, the left leg folds in, tailbones down, spine straight, reach up, and then reach out. Relaxing the head and neck. Taking a deep breath here. And then slowly come up, and we'll take it into that open gate. Right hand reaches behind, no, left hand reaches behind, right hand stretches out, inhale up and over. Feel that lovely opening. And then slowly lower back down. Good. Folding both legs in front of you for Sukhasana, crisscross. Tailbones rooted down, spine's nice and straight. We're going to go also into a forward fold here to release the top of the hips and the low back. So start to walk your hands forward, easing into that forward fold. Tailbones reaching for the floor here to make sure that we keep that spine nice and long. And then hands can walk over to one side, opposite hand on top. And then over to the other side, again, opposite hand on top. And then bring yourself back center. Walking your body upright here. We're going to switch legs. Opposite leg is in front. It changes the sensation in the hips, and it's important to do that for balance. So nice tall spine, hands come forward. Start to walk yourself into a forward fold. Tailbones reaching down. Make sure you get a good exhale to soften and release any tension. And then you can walk over to one side to deepen it. And then back center and over to the other side, opposite hand on top. And then back center, bringing yourself upright here. We're going to go into neck now. Neck needs a lot of attention. There's a lot of little muscles in there that can hold tension and get distorted as we're just going through our busy days. So I'd love to give some extra special attention to the neck. So take a moment, tall spine, shoulders are back and down, create a lot of space from ear to shoulder, chins parallel to the floor. With an inhale, exaggerate the length up through the top of the head. And with an exhale, we'll enter the pose, letting the ear drop over to a shoulder. On that next breath, take a deep breath and let your head get heavy. Let the weight of the head and gravity do most of the work here, while your work is to focus on the breath. Letting those exhales be long and soft, allowing for the work to happen, for the release to happen. When muscles get tight, we tend to resist it. It's like, oh, that kind of hurts. Soften. No need to push, no need to go far past your edge at all. Just soften and let it happen. And then on the side you're stretching, reach that arm straight out onto the floor. Create a diagonal line from the ear to the fingertips. Take a breath. Feel that different sensation. And we'll add on. Flex the wrists, spread the fingers, press through the palm. Feel that extra awareness of sensation now all through your hands, your fingers, your arm. And then bring that hand back to neutral. Wrap the arm behind your back with the back of the hand into the low back. Shoulders are soft and down. Readjust your posture if you'd caved in a little bit. I had. So nice tall spine again. And then turn the head, look down towards the shoulder. That's going to send the stretch farther back in the neck. It's so interesting with the complicated neck muscles where you hold the tension. So we move around so you have a chance to release it wherever it is in your body. And then we'll take a mindful exit, bringing the hand back to the knee first, coming back up, shoulder rolls. Nice deep breath. We'll move over to the other side. So tall spine, inhale, exaggerate that space from ear to shoulder. Exhale, let that ear drop down. Then add on the arm, opening up that line of energy all the way to the fingertips. Shoulder blades are still soft and down. From there, flex the wrist, spread the fingers, press through the palm. Get that extra. And then relax the hand, bring the arm behind your back. Back of the hand goes in the low back, shoulders back and down, elbow draws back, and then turn the head to look down. Feel that stretch, move farther back. This has been a tried and true sequence. I've used this for years, and it does wonders, especially when I'm consistent. And then bring the head in. You're going to bring the hand back to the knee first, then the head and neck up. It's just a softer way to come back out. Shoulder rolls to get that energy flowing again. And the next thing we're going to do is to go down to the floor and do our final sequence here. Yes, so go ahead and roll down onto your back and move the kitty. He will probably find me again. You're going to roll down onto your back, and we're going to do an exercise called cannonball bridge. This is a complete core strengthener. So from here, you're going to start with your arms up overhead. This is the start position, and this is the inhale. So take an inhale here, and as you exhale, you're going to lift your feet to a right angle. Upper body comes up, fingers point to the feet. This is called cannonball, and it strengthens the core, so let that tension build. And then inhale back to the start position. And exhale into bridge. Arms go along your sides, hips lift up, firm lift. Feel the energy move in, shoulders press downward, and then back to the start. Inhale. That was 1. We're going to do 5. Exhale, cannonball. Feel that tension build. Inhale back to the start. And exhale, bridge. Moving slowly through strength exercises does so good for your body. Just even a few moments, even if it's light exercise, can build that strength. Exhale. Bridge. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale back to start. Exhale, bridge. 1 more. Inhale to the start. Exhale to cannonball. Inhale to the start. Exhale to bridge. And then from here, lower the hips down. Extend the arms into the T position. We're going into windshield wiper twist. So toe heel your feet out, about 2 toe heels out. So you have a wide stance and toes are tipped out, and let your knees flap over to one side for a windshield wiper twist. Now from here, I'm going to add a little something in that's really good for your posture. So feel your shoulder blades press down and then gently press your body up through the top of the head. So the shoulder blades stayed on the ground, and then you created more space between ear and shoulder. 1 more breath here. And then you're going to roll back center. Keep that wide foot stance and let the knees drop over to the other side. Taking a deep breath, windshield wiper twist, a nice release and opening for the hip flexors. And then come back center, bring your feet back in line with the hips, and cross your right leg over your left for a figure 4. Knee drops open, shins parallel to the floor, and draw the knees in. Shoulder blades are soft and down. And if you need more stretch here, interlock your fingers over the shin. That'll draw in a tighter stretch. Long spine. Tailbone gently presses down as well. Just a gentle press through the hips. You'll feel even more sensation in the stretch and release. And then you're going to lower your left foot down. You're going to cross your right knee a bit tighter. Scoot your hips about 2 inches to the right. Just pick your bum up and move it over a little bit. Arms go back into that T position and knees drop over to the left. From here, again, check and make sure you have a long neck here, lots of space, and then turn your head away from the knees. This is called reclining bound twist, and it's the deepest twist that we can get in this practice, and it just wrings out the whole nervous system. Hi, I know, I'll snuggle you in a minute. And then roll back center. Realign the hips and feet, come down, and we're going to do the opposite. So cross your left leg over, bring the knees in, get the grip that serves you. And then lower your right foot down, cross the left knee a little bit tighter. Scoot your hips a little bit to the left. So whatever the top leg is, the bum just goes a little bit that way, and then drop your knees across your body. We move our hips over a little bit because when we roll up on a hip, it throws our spine out of alignment, so that's the overcompensation. Arms in the T position, and head turns away from the knees. One more breath here. And then you're going to roll back center, realign the hips, and we're going to take a nice centering stretch with arms up and legs long. And then with the exhale, relax your arms down. And I'm going to go head to toe through the body to take just one brief moment of mind-body integration. So turn your attention inward, soften the muscles around your eyes. Let your eyes rest in their sockets and your brain in its skull. Feel all facial expression melt away as you release your jaw. Let the whole head rest heavy. Let the backside of your body sink into the floor, from the shoulder down the spine to the hips, from the hip down the legs to the heels. And then take a moment to feel the overall sense of relaxation and gentle energy flow throughout your body. And you're more than welcome to stay here as long as you like, but this is where we shall end this practice. Thank you for joining me in this Begin Again Yoga Gentle Flow practice. I hope you enjoyed it, and feel free to see some of my other yoga videos that may also serve your yoga needs. Thank you.